Alright, we are live. Yeah, sorry I'm late. I tried to get home this time, but I was sweating so bad after my workout I needed to shower, and the shower made me late. If it weren't for that. But anyway, today we'll be doing Pokemon Omega Ruby with Illumise. Illumise is probably going to be far worse than Volbeat. The worst growth rate. Maybe. Because Volbeat definitely struggled in the early game. Illumise won't have that problem. I think if I use the candies right. Okay, hello, Dominic, Mario, Empty Eyes. Also, Empty Eyes, thanks for the $10 super chat. How nice of you. If there's a Pokemon request you want me to do, just let me know. Garbage stats. Hey, Axu. Also, Bug being trash defensively. Bug isn't trash defensively. It's Bug by itself. When you pair Bug with other types, it's good. Like Bug and Steel is very good. Bug and Rock is decent. Grass Bug is quite bad. Not that. That's a bad example. What's another good Bug combo? Bug Flying is pure garbage. Honestly, I think the only good Bug types are like Bug Steel and like what? Bug Steel, Rock Bug. I know Rock Bug, it gets rid of its ground weakness, which is good. Bug Water. That's true, yeah, that's okay. In general, though, it's mainly held up by its water type. But anyway, hope y'all had time to look over the movesets and the stats. Unfortunately, we do not get Tail Glow like Volbeat did, but we remembered this. Just because we get Tail Glow does not make it good. Like, Volbeat still struggled very bad even with Tail Glow, which boosts special attack by 3. Even with that. But, just like with Volbeat, we get most of the same TMs, like Power Up Punch, Charge Beam, Acrobatics, Dazzling Gleam, Thunderbolt, Thunder. Darn, Dominic. Sorry to hear that. And by level up, the movesets are kind of similar, except Zen Headbutt. Weedle and Oras? No. It's gotta be reasonable. I have the... do I need to go back to my starting student screen? I have a little thing that shows, like, would you like to see one of your favorite Pokemon in a run? Do one of the following. At the very bottom, it says, I have the right to refuse a run, but I'll do just about anything. I don't know why Tail Glow is on Porygon Z. We don't get Signal Beam, sadly. That's a shame, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to rely a lot on Charge Beam mixed with Struggle Bug. And, you want me to read these notes by Axu? Hardly anything. He didn't want to make notes for this. I don't blame him. But we'll mostly be similar to Volbeat, just worse. Let's see, we're using Modest for extra special attack, less attack. We're having Tinted Lens as an ability, which is really good. What Tinted Lens does is... There's a fly. What Tinted Lens does is it boosts it turns not very effective damaging moves into neutral moves. So basically, like, what's an example? You know how Electric resists flying? If we were to use a flying type move on a Voltorb, it would do half damage. With Tinted Lens, it just does 1 times damage. So it effectively makes it neutral. We'll hit not very effective targets for neutral. The only thing that will still hit for resisted damage are quad resistance. So for example, Grass Bug quad resists ground moves. So if Volbeat used a ground move on a Parasect, instead of doing a quarter damage, it'll only do half damage. So I hope I'm explaining that. It does not work with super effective moves. 2 times is still 2 times, 4 times is still 4 times. It just affects resisted moves. So we'll hit most targets for neutral. And our hidden power typing is Hidden Power Ice. It's overall a very good spammable move. It'll be great for Zinnia, for Drake. Oh, and we get Shadow Ball too for good coverage. Alright, let's get started. The reason I have the over-under set for 3 hours is because Volbeat's time was a 2:42, and that was with Tail Glow. Anyway, let's get started. Let me open up my drink. Oh, and here's the interesting thing with the fluctuating growth rate. It requires the most amount of experience to get to level 100, around 1.6 million, but in the early game, it levels up extremely fast. It starts to slow down, like, the higher up you go. By the time you get to level 40, it becomes worse than the slow group. At that point, you may think, like, you definitely want to save your rare candies for last, but that's actually not true. For some reason, I don't know how the formula works, but starting at level 40, every odd level, like 41, 43, 45, 47, requires way more XP than the even levels. So apparently Axu came up with a great strat. Once I get to level 40, I'll train to 41, then as soon as I get to 41, immediately use a candy to 42, train to 43, candy to 44. That'll give you the most amount of XP for your buck, which is pretty weird. But the problem is with these ORAS runs, you don't end up really getting your first rare candy until, like, right before the 6th gym. Have I done Metagross? No, I have not. Is that what you want to see in this game? I could do a bonus Metagross stream next week if that's what you want to see. Yeah, my thing in the starting soon screen was originally meant for backports, but normal runs are fine too. I might want to edit that. Alright, okay, so yeah, we'll do Metagross next week. I'll probably end up doing it on probably Tuesday. I'll have to make the schedule tomorrow, though. Anyway, I'm just stalling. Go. Dude, I have mixed experiences with Metagross. Like, don't get me wrong, Metagross is an extremely good Pokemon, but the problem is, its starting moveset is like Confusion and Takedown. Like, it just starts with very mediocre moves in the slow group. It doesn't get, like, its absolute bestest moves until, like, the high 40s, low 50s. It's like, starting off, its moveset's gonna be very mediocre. Like, I played Metagross in Platinum, and I did not like it. In Platinum, it suffered. But then again, I was playing against Elite Four Alex, and he just kept getting way luckier than me. Also, what does Plain Ice even do? It's just Growl. Okay. But at least in the early game, the experience won't be that bad. I'm still going to want to do the early game trainers, though, for sure. Why did I? Dude, I did not need to heal. When's our next good move? Level 12 Quick Attack. You know what's funny? Quick Attack is straight up worse than Tackle in this game. Even in the modern generations, like, Tackle is equivalent to Quick Attacks. They're both 40 power. And Illumise doesn't really have a speed problem. Just doesn't. Yeah, Quick Attack is going to be... It's only going to be good for extra power points. That's essentially it. And our next good move is Struggle Bug at 15. We're going to have to get level 15 for Roxanne. Ooh, Ziggy Boy. Alright, I'll catch this early. I've been having problems with, like, delaying the Zigzagoon way too late. I think what I'm going to start doing is catch Zigzagoon on this first route and just go deposit it in the PC immediately. And on the bright side, Brawly's going to be fine. Speaking of Brawly, you know what I found out yesterday offline in my Discord server when I was streaming a re-rank of Mawile? It'll be up later for YouTube members, by the way. Apparently, you guys know how I always talk about, Hideki, the black belt in Brawly's gym with a single Machop, how his IVs are absurdly high. Apparently, it's every trainer in his gym. I'm not kidding. I looked at Kingler Calc. Every single trainer in Brawly's gym has 24 IVs, but Brawly's Pokemon have 0. And apparently, every gym leader in this game has 0 IVs except Tate and Liza, who have 16. Steven Stone's Pokemon have 16 IVs. I think we might know why Gen 6 feels easy. And why the random trainers feel so hard. Like, I should look at, like, X and Y. I wonder if, like, it's the same thing. Like, do gym leaders just have 0 IVs, but random trainers are, like, 12, 16, 20, 24? If Believe 4 Lance Blue and Red had the same level, would Red still be the strongest in Heart Gold? Honestly, I think it would be Lance. No, I'm not gonna need a heart scale. What am I doing, dude? I'm gonna save. I've started to notice these rich boys and ladies early on with the Zigzagoon spamming full restores. They can actually be kind of hard sometimes because you have to use so many tackles. Plus they have Growl. Oh, Empty Eyes? Question. I'm doing Heart Gold next week. Would you be okay with Metagross and Heart Gold instead, or do you want it to be Omega Ruby? Oh yeah, speaking of Heart Gold, the 2 runs for next week are going to be so bad. Literally, next week is going to be Heart Gold with Probopass. That run was so bad, Axie refused to route it until he pulled that Probopass card from TCG Pocket. Heart Gold's fine too? Okay, just so it's a little easier on the schedule. Honestly, I think it'd be more interesting. Well, I just want to ask Empty Eyes, because you were the one with who did the super chat. I wanted to make sure it didn't be something you didn't want. I don't remember who I'm pairing with Probopass. I think it was Magnezone? What's funny, though, is, like, I'll just take the blackout. I'm pretty sure I didn't save before that trainer specifically. So, you know what? I need the training anyway. Honestly, this didn't really waste much time, because I need the training. I've also played, like, since I played Metagross and Platinum, the moveset should be identical, I think. Alright, try that again. But yeah, these Lady Cindy and Rich Boy Winston, or what I think his name's Winston, they're actually pretty difficult in this game because unlike the original where their Zigzagoon's like level 5 or level 6, they're level 8 and level 10. Like, they out-level you quite a bit. Plus, they have that full restore. Alright, I'm gonna teach Quick Attack just for extra power points. Also, I should be glad this isn't the 35 base power tackle. Oh, crud. That was cutting it close. I'm also really happy how most of these berry trees just give you like 4 berries at a time. This game is just so generous on berries. Except the super effective type reducing berries, they only give you 1 of each in the berry fields. On Route 1, 2, 3. I actually had to go there in my Mawile run to get a Shuka Berry for ground moves for Courtney's camera up on Mount Pyre. Am I going to want a super effective reducing berry? I'm going over there for Dazzling Gleam anyway. Let's see, we're weak to fire, flying, rock. I mean, rock I don't think is going to be useful. Maybe a super effective flying reducing berry, a Cobra Berry. Cobra Berry could be nice, but then again, I just noticed citrus berries tend to be more useful. I think the super effective reducing berries, based on my experience with Mawile, I think they're only good. Oh, that was close. I think they're only good if the opponent always one-shots you. Like, if the opponent always one-shots you, like how Courtney's camera up did with Mawile, I can hold the berry to survive a hit, then two-shot it. I think so, yeah. I don't think Illumise is going to get one-shot. Like, say what you will about it, it's got some defenses. Fun fact, in Gen 7 onwards, the Illumise and Volbeat lines got an extra 10 special defense and 20 defense. Kinda wish it was this game, though. Kinda weird it was Gen 7 that did that. I'd like to design a Gen 10 champion. The team would be Mewtwo, Metagross, Latias, Gardevoir, Lunatone, and Mew. May I ask why Lunatone? You know, speaking of Lunatone, there's a new Lunatone card from the new Mega Evolution set. It's just a regular Lunatone, just a regular rare card. It has an ability where if you have a Soul Rock on your bench as well from the same set, you can discard one card from your hand in order to draw 2 cards. People made the comparisons that it was kind of like the old Radiant Greninja with extra steps, but since Radiant Greninja is no longer allowed in the current format because it was in the Sword and Shield era, and right now the oldest set you can pull from is Scarlet Violet base set, people have actually started to use that as their new Greninja, which is pretty interesting. Also, really convenient, all that training got me Struggle Bug right before this gym. Honestly, that blackout was probably the cause of it. Well, I mean, I just had to fight more wild Pokemon. Also, in this gym, School Kid Georgia has the only Geodude in this whole gym that does not have Sturdy. Come on, I need a 6th Mon. I like Gen 3 the most. Good point. Also, for those wondering, Struggle Bug is a 50 power move. I think it's a guaranteed chance to lower the opponent's special attack by 1 stage. Yeah. Uh-oh. Wow, that was cutting it close. It's 100%? Yeah, 100%, yeah. I was trying to remember because that's the TM that Berg would give. I'm not going to use any repels for a little bit. Just keep knocking stuff out. I mean, with the fluctuating growth rate, I'm gaining a lot of experience either way. Alright, level 19 we get Moonlight. I believe Moonlight heals half of your HP, but if it's sunny, it heals 3/4. Or is that? No, that has to be older games, right? Because aren't Moonlight and Sunlight the same move? Wait, there's no move called Sunlight. Morning Sun. Are Moonlight and Morning Sun effectively the same move? Like, they heal 3/4 in the sun? Gotta get some repels. Okay, talking to Briny here is even harder in the remakes, because in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, you would just talk to that guy, spam A, and he'll take you to Dewford Island. But in this game, you have to talk to him and make sure you don't click Nevermind, because he's on Nevermind by default, which is annoying. Alright, I'm gonna use a turn 1 charm. I think Charm's 100... Is Charm 100% accurate? Let me look on the overlay. Yeah, it is. I always thought Charm had a chance to miss because of Generation 2's Red's Pikachu. Because in Generation 2, the opponent's AI have a 25% debuff to status moves. So there was a chance Pikachu could miss Charm, but Charm's a perfectly accurate move. Also, with how useful berries are in this game and how many of them you get, I've actually started doing bag menuing for berries. Like, I moved the orange berries to slot 1, and then as soon as I get citrus berries, they'll go to the top. And when I get persimmon berries, I'll make sure to put those up there too. Similar thing with cherry berries. Lepa berries are honestly kind of useful too, because there aren't really as many there's not many elixirs in this game as there were before, because some of the spots that you may think have elixirs don't really have them in this game. Because I know Emerald added a lot more ethers and stuff you could find. Also, there's a protein right there. I don't plan on using the protein, but what I'm going to do with it is I can sell it in Mauville so I can have enough money to buy Charge Beam. There's other good TMs there like Bulldoze and Power Up Punch. One of the reasons Watson's not that hard in this game. Because the thing is, Watson was never a hard gym leader. The reason he seemed hard was because the game gave you 0 options for him. Legitimately, your best option was a 20 power fighting move. Like, seriously. But in this game, like, not only Rock Smash is 40 power, so it's better, but there's also Power Up Punch and Bulldoze from the game corner. Not the game corner, from the department store. No, from the mart. And not only that, Ghost and Dark are no longer resisted by steel types anymore. So technically the TM for Thief is good. But like in the original Hoenn games, if they gave you access to Dig before Watson, Watson would be a joke. They purposefully blocked off Dig till later, but you know what's weird? They didn't do it in the Kanto games. Moonlight, Healing moves could be useful. I'll get rid of Quick Attack. I gotta turn off the XP share. I'm sure if Scott ever did this game one day, he'd find a way to mod the XP share to be off. I'm just saying, it would be very funny one of these days to see Scott try out a Generation 6 game and just see just how much harder the Generation 6 games are to solo run. I mean, Omega Ruby is an easier game to solo run than X and Y. I'd love to see him try X and Y one day. He'll just think, oh, this game's easy. Everyone says it's easy. The gym leaders are a joke. And then he'll just get his butt whooped by all the trainers in the Reflection Cave. It'd be so funny. We'll probably have to wait a couple years for that, though, sadly. Alright, right out of PowerPoints. I like doing the Soda House effectively every run I do in Omega Ruby, unless I'm running a God tier Pokemon, because the XP in the Soda House is really good. Instead of 3 trainers, there's 5. And some of them have multiple Pokemon, too. So you may as well just do it. Like, unless you're running something super good. I'm gonna get Thief just... Oh, no, this person. I'm gonna get Thief just in case. Flame Burst. 2 Flame Bursts. Oranberry. Pretty much what I've started doing in the early game is, for most fights, unless, like, there's a very specific circumstance, I just always try to have an Oranberry equipped at all times, because there have been a lot of runs, like, even with good poke... You've got to be kidding. First reset. Honestly, I should have spammed Struggle Bug, because Struggle Bug lowers the special attack of Ember. Huh, it does more damage, too. Oh, right, Tinted Lens. Right. Forgot about that. Okay, a Zubat quad resist, so this tackle would be better. Okay, yeah, I gotta remember, Tinted Lens breaks my brain. Fun fact, that little animation right there where the camera's panning to the right, Maxie will not progress with his text box unless the camera makes a full pan. Okay, should we go in the Trick House? The Trick House has the Taunt TM and the Expert Belt. We can't learn Taunt, which is a pretty good move for Phoebe. Blocks her from using Curse. But honestly, our move diversity isn't good. I feel like we're going to want to hold on to berries. So, actually, do I want the training anyway? I might do it just for the training. Because the trainers in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are far better than the originals, because they actually gave them decent levels. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do it for the training. I still forever hate this trainer. I should just move Struggle Bug to slot 1. Wish, no, that move is garbage. Oh, I never withdrew my Zigzagoon. Maxie chill until he loses. True. Dude, the rule is, I always gotta talk to the tree 5 times before I realize I don't know cut. This Mon looks like it could learn Cosmic Power. You would think so. Alright, I'm gonna move Cherry Berries up here. Plus, yeah, I already have 6 Cherry Berries now. Well, 5 now. The point is, like, you just get so many berries in this game. Not like in the originals where you would get, like, 2 Cherry Berries. Plus, while doing the Trick House, in the original... like, in the original games, all the Pokeballs inside the Trick House were just male. But in this game, it's like all the regional desserts. So, for example, I just picked up a bunch of lava cookies, which I can use. You know, it's going to be kind of a shame Struggle Bug won't really work for Combuskin, because Combuskin's a physical attacker. Okay, level 22. I'm going to train in the grass to level 23. I don't feel confident. Struggle bug. I keep forgetting about the tinted lens. Okay, Oranberry again. I mean, we don't really learn any setup moves of any kind, so... Okay, rollout. That was not a good move. Moonlight. Dude, stop it. Fortunately, since I underspeed the Combuskin now because of Flame Charge, the AI views Flame Charge as speed control, so once it uses Flame Charge enough times, it actually... I can't believe I'm out of struggle bugs. Okay, that is stupid. I literally died because I ran out of struggle bugs. Must not have had enough. Yeah, I wanted to use Ember. Yeah, it will still resist bug, true, but... Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, that wasn't the right move to use. I mean, honest, hold on, I could actually get away with using Charm. There, -6 attack. Does that Combuskin have Sand Attack? I think that thing has Sand Attack. Right. For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, I thought fighting was weak to bug. And I'm like, okay, Combuskin's neutral. Or no, I thought fighting was neutral to bug. That's what I thought. So I was thinking, oh, Combuskin just regular resists bug, so therefore that would be fine, right? Also, since I know this Pokemon's going to be pretty bad, and I have to get the Attract TM anyway, I'm going to head over to Verdendorf Town and do the training. And if some of you remember how solo runs play out in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, the trainers towards Verdendorf Town aren't that great, especially the Pokemon breeders. They have like 6 Pokemon that are like level 11, level 12. In this game, they're all like level 16 or 17. Can't clear my throat. Alright, Charge Beam. Yeah, selling the PP up and the protein is 9,800. I don't think I need Charm anymore. Get rid of it. Whip an Oranberry. Register the Mach Bike. Do the training. Yeah, check this out. Level 17. Like, 6 level 17 Pokemon. So these breeders are actually very good training now. And there is still the Windstraight house. I don't think I'll do the Windstraights, though. I missed Charge Beam. I think Encore could have been good. I think Encore is only really good when you pair it with Substitute. And you may be wondering, where is the substitute TM? Well, I'm glad you asked. Nobody asked. But, it's on one of the random Mirage Islands that spawn after you unlock the Eon Flute. After... I don't think they start spawning until you get the National Dex, I think. But, in order for me to get it in a run, I would just have to happen find that island. So, they're essentially just unobtainable. Like, even if I get lucky to where I do end up finding it, they nerfed Substitute a lot since then. Also, going in this cave is completely optional. There's no reason to go in here. And you may be wondering what those people give. Instead of the Strength HM, I believe they give you Agron's Megastone. Hold on, are those citrus berries? No, these are pineapple berries. Are pineapple berries good for anything? No, they're not. I could have swore they were one of those EV reducing berries, but no, they're not. And also, you may see that I got the Mach Bike. In Emerald, you want the Acrobike, so you can go back up the Jagged Pass to get to the Magma Hideout. But the Magma Hideout is in Lily Cove in this game, just like the original Ruby version. But there's one rare candy that's locked behind the Acrobike, and it's on Route 119. There is one rare candy blocked by the Mach Bike in the Granite Cave. In the original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, you had to cross over cracked tiles to get to it. But in the remakes, it's just a bunch of slopes. So honestly, no matter which bike you use, you're always going to get one rare candy, but if you need the other one, you'll just have to swap bikes. But there are very few niche advantages, like for example, if you need the TM for rock polish on the Jagged Pass, then you want the Acrobike. But I essentially just use the Mach Bike just because the overworld's a lot bigger in this game, so you could honestly just get away with it. Oh, interesting, that won't work. One of the Go berries. I hate the fact that you just said that. You're acting like, oh, these berries came out in Pokemon Go. Okay. Cherry berry. Oh, crud, I need Power-Up Punch. How much money do I have? Do I have enough money? Oh yeah, I gotta go get Power-Up Punch. Yeah, get rid of those balls, I don't need them. Power-Up Punch. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of Tackle. I think Power-Up Punch will straight up be better than Tackle. The puzzle solved? Ah, dang it, it isn't. Alright. And also, you may think Expert Belt would be good here to boost Power-Up Punch's damage, but no it's not. The first Magnemite has Sturdy, the Magneton doesn't. And if you hold a Cherry Berry, you can just do this. Well, I didn't activate Sturdy anyway, but you know what I mean. Dude, I hope this shows off just how... Oh, God. Okay, Illumise, seriously, that's completely on you. You arrived at the Magneton at full HP and knocked yourself out from confusion. And I had those attack boosts, too. That is just dumb, dude. That's so dumb. But I hope that just shows you just how bad Illumise's attack is. And thankfully that Voltorb has soundproof and not static. Okay, I think that was a +6 power-up punch. It couldn't even one-shot the Magneton. That shows you how bad our attack is. Hmm. I'll fight a bunch of the trainers too, because Flannery is coming up and she's going to be bad. Really bad. Pechaberry. Orange berries. Better equip one. You know what's interesting about the newer games when it comes to solo run challenges? I know with the older games, like when you try to like play them fast or consistent, there was a whole saying like when you try to play consistently, you really suffer in your real time because of it. I feel like Gen 4 onwards, it sort of changes. If you don't play safe, you end up losing way more time. Like for example, like if I had the option to spend 5 minutes training a few levels and getting a super effective type reducing berry for a particular fight in order to first or second try it, I could do that, or I could go to that fight and have like a 5% chance of winning. I would essentially need a crit to win. That's not a good way to play the run, especially since crits are lower odds in this game. I think in Gen 6 crits are like 1 in 16, I think. Hey, look, mirror match. Dude, I have no idea what I'm going to do with Flannery. Because at least with Volbeat I had Tail Glow. What am I going to do? And if anyone's going to be asking, like, why not have Hidden Power Water? Can't you just get Hidden Power at the Slayport Market? You actually can't in this game, because obviously you can only... Is there anything up here? Oh, there's an elixir up here. Oh, I'll remember that. But yeah, no, Hidden Power is in Fortree City. If Hidden Power was in the Slayport Market, which I'm a little upset that it isn't, I would 100% have gotten Hidden Power Water. But I may have to rely on Charge Beam boosts. I don't know. The one bright side, though, Strugglebug will hit the opponents for neutral damage and lower their special attack. And Flannery's Pokemon don't have white herbs. So I could make Overheat do so little damage, but at the same time, Overheat is still Overheat. It's still going to hurt. So I think I should just do all the training I can. Because I'm going to really get punished if I don't take the time to train. Just the newer games, you like I said, you really get punished if you don't take the time to train. Like super bad. You'll end up with like 35 resets on one fight before you win. Honestly, the fact that Strugglebug's lowering special attack has honestly been a saving grace for Illumise so far. Hasn't been a saving grace yet. Oh, Double Team, we're not allowed to use that. That move is cheating. Oh, there's a Max Ether under that Ash. I'll remember that. I've been having trouble with Ethers in this game. Also, on 4x speed, you can barely see the Ninjask move. Alright, there's a Dig TM here. I don't want that. I should definitely heal up, though. I'm going to want to do all the training before Flannery. Basically all of it. Like, all the good ones. You know, this will be a good opportunity to figure out who the good trainers are. And also, if you guys are wondering where the Lucky Egg is, I believe they're a 5% chance on Wild Pelipper in this game. For some reason, they gave them to Pelipper. Wow, this guy's a Gyarados. No double battles over there. Raspberry, gross. Okay, I should not have fought these guys. I have a problem with talking to double battles. I don't know why. I'm just like, ooh, trainer. I gotta fight trainer. I gotta fight this person. Oh, Struggle Bug hits both opponents in double battle. Didn't know that. Oh gosh, this is annoying. Ooh, Zangoose. You know, yeah, in fact, I'm not even going to use repels. Just because I know Flannery's going to be that bad. Carbos, do I need speed? It can't hurt. I don't want proteins, though. In fact, my vitamin of the day is most likely going to be calcium. I think calcium and carbos, and maybe as a backup plan, some irons. But I'll get this protein to sell. Also, fun fact, Axu found this out for me. Every Monday, the vitamins at the Slateport Market are 50% off. So I'm actually playing this game on a Monday. So the vitamins will be $4,900 each, so I can buy twice as many vitamins now. How bad is it? It may not look bad so far, but I am purposefully fighting everybody right now, because I know Flannery's going to be awful. Maxie might be awful, maybe. I don't know, he leads with Mighty Anna. I can just use Charge Beam on it. At least it gets move coverage, but this thing's stats were so bad, a +6 power-up punch couldn't one-shot Watson's Magneton, which is kind of impressive. But yeah, it may not look bad now, but it'll get a lot worse, for sure. That thing just knocked off my Oranberry. Oh, dude, I don't get it back. Rip off. That coughing just blew up. Zen Headbutt? Could that be useful? Who would Zen Headbutt even be good for? I still want to keep Moonlight. No, I don't want it. I can always get a Heart Scale. Psychic moves offensively are not that good in Hoenn. There's a huge abundance of Dark types. Lol, wow, lol, Magneton was always difficult as a kid playing Ruby Sapphire, but Illumise really makes my kid self look like a saint. Well, here's another thing, like, in the original games, the reason Watson always felt difficult was because the game gave you no solution for him, besides a 20 power Rock Smash. But in the remakes, Rock Smash is 40 base power, which makes a huge difference, plus you could buy Power Up Punch or Bulldoze from the Mauville Mart, and dark moves aren't resisted by steel, so you could use moves like Thief. Like, basically, it gives you more options to use. That's why I haven't really had problems with Watson in the remix, because most Pokemon have a solution for him. That's kind of what I like about doing runs in the remix more than the originals. A lot of Pokemon in Emerald or in Ruby and Sapphire are just like, okay, how are we dealing with Watson? Watson's just an afterthought in this game now, unless you're weak to electric moves. Okay, I still have the Oranberry, which is good. Alright, I need to equip a Persim Berry because Maxie's Mighty Yenna has a swagger. Honestly, I think just because of that, I might want to go physical. So I think I'll use a power-up punch. Hope I get hit with swagger and just keep using it. So right now I'm at +2. That gets me +3, and I've been roared. I've been swaggered again. Okay, I'm resetting that. That's just stupid. He swaggered me and he's like, I'm sorry, you have too much setup. Alright, try that again. Okay, yeah, it was definitely a range. Alright, hold on. I'm actually going to use a struggle bug on it to reduce its, Okay, now I have to go all special. Uh-oh. Hopefully struggle bug... Oh, charge me. One shot. Dude. Yeah, Watson's Magneton, the originals, was a huge threat. For sure. But then Surge in, like, Fire and Leaf Green is like, hey, have Dig. Oh my god. I hate this guy. I seriously hate this guy. He is legitimately wasting my time. Stop. Okay, Swagger, finally. Alright, +3 attack. Even though I have +3 attack, I am going to start off with one struggle bug. Charge beam. There we go. Maxie wasn't too bad, but his Mighty Yenna was really trying his best to be annoying. Okay, Illumise cannot learn Swords Dance, so just skip it. I'm going to get the charcoal to sell for money. I'm going to go get the nugget here. What is this? Oh, that's the Jagged Pass. Oh, get this. When you jump down the ledge, they added a way for you to go back up. I'm going to pick up that nugget. Okay, I'm going to try and fight all the trainers in here. Right now, I'm level 34, and I am really starting to slow down on levels now. And here's the thing, I'm not going to get Fly for a while. And you may think, can't you just pick up rare candies along the way? In this game, you get teleported all over the place by people like Brendan and Wally. It really does help speed things up, but it kind of makes it to where, like, you can't really farm for candies until you have Fly. I mean, then again, you could say no. Actually, Wally, I don't think you can say no to him. I think Brendan in Lava Ridge, you can say no. But the problem is, you can't just go back and say yes. Meaning, if you tell him no, you're going to have to walk. So I'll just have to deal with the training. But that whole thing on rare candying on the odd levels will still apply. So as soon as I get Fly, I'm going to go around and get pretty much... I think I can get every rare candy that's not locked behind Waterfall. I think? Yeah, because the 7th gym gives you access to Dive. And there is one rare candy that's blocked off by Dive. But not a big deal. I can get that later. The rest of them... Well, there's the Acrobike one, which is blocked off by Waterfall. I would have to swap bikes, too. I could essentially get all but 2 candies, I think. Well, technically 3. I seriously just missed 2 charge beams. Wow. Dude, that was stupid. The chance of 2 charge beam misses is 1%. I hate this thing. Okay. Dude, I still want to fight this guy. Dude, why? Why do you keep missing? You sack of garbage? Okay, I don't think this Kecleon's beatable. Okay, I know what the problem is. I only have 2 charge beams left, so I'm gonna have to use an ether on charge beam. Alright, 1 special attack boost. Moonlight. Moonlight. Charge beam. Special attack boost. Yeah, it's not the most consistent move, but you gotta remember what we're playing with here. Oh my god, I hate that thing. Good thing I have that full. Good thing I have a lava cookie. Okay, I am very close to a level up. I'm hoping this will get me to level... Oh, this is 1. Yeah, this is not getting me to 35. Nope, that's all the trainers here. Pretty much the best berry to hold is just an orange berry. Actually, wait, do I have a super effective move? Can't learn Rock Tomb. I don't have a super effective move, so Expert Belt wouldn't work. Better use that Carbos before I forget. Thief, Taunt, Charge Beam. Oh, Attract. I think Flannery's Slugma is male. Or I'm pretty sure it's female, so I don't think Attract would work. Power Up Punch Secret Power? No. Okay. I'm gonna start this fight. Hopefully Slugma is male. If her Slugma is male, I can use Attract Charge Beam strats. But I'm pretty sure her Slugma's female. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Okay. Charge Beam, Boost, Light Screen. You know what? That Light Screen was actually good. Because now I can hit her for more Charge Beams. I'm gonna Struggle Bug that. Get rid of it. Honestly, I probably should have started off with Struggle Bugs first. Okay, another Struggle Bug. Lower its special attack. Or just do that. Okay. I would like to say... I think all that training I did was absolutely necessary. I think that fight would have been so much worse at lower levels. Yeah, I think all the training was worth it. I mean, if not for Flannery, potentially at least for Norman. Nope, that's a Swellow. I mean, I think my plan here is just going to be... I'm thinking hold Expert Belt and spam Power Up Punch, but at the same time, his second Slacking has access to Swagger, which would be pretty bad. I think Expert Belt might be better here. Because maybe the Expert Belt might allow me to one-shot. Alright. I do know for a fact I have plenty of power-up punches, so I don't think I should be too worried about that. Dawn. I mean, okay, that's the stupid thing with his slacking sometimes. He'll just encore into power-up punch, which is pretty funny. Uh-oh. Okay, Moonlight. Thankfully, power-up punch is not like a rollout Fury Cutter type of move. Or, like, you gotta keep using it. Chip away. Okay. Illumise is surprisingly holding its weight. I'm kind of surprised so far. Does Illumise have... Illumise is the more defensive Pokemon, right? Because I know Volbeat has higher offensive stats, so maybe Volbeat having lower defensive stats made it worse. Or it could just be the fact I have experience with this thing. Okay. You know, theoretically, I could bike down to Slateport right now and do a Vitamin Buy. You know, no, that'd be too slow. I'll wait till after I get Fly. Hold on, actually, I better go get some Super Potions. Just like 5 should do. Alright, there's an iron here. I do want to use that iron. Extra defense would be good. The only difference with stats is the attacking stats are swapped. Oh, so their defensive stats and HP are the same? Okay. So it's not bulk. Honestly, you know what I think? I think it might be the level up group. I think fluctuating early game has actually made Illumise feel better than Volbeat did, because Volbeat was in the erratic group. But Volbeat ended up feeling so much better later. Citrus Berry is my favorite. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna hold a Citrus Berry. Fluctuating growth rate is not fun, at least they stopped that after Gen 4. I don't know for sure. I do know for a fun fact, in Generation 9, they introduced a Pokemon called Squawkabilly. Squawkabilly is actually in the erratic growth rate. It's the first erratic growth rate Pokemon since Gen 4. You know, it's weird though, like, the growth rates are still in the game's code. Like, they still actively use them. I just don't know why they don't give them to Pokemon anymore. Alright, get myself Dazzling Gleam. I don't think I need any of the type-reducing berries. Because I can't think of any of them being that useful. You voted under? The reason I set the over-under for 3 hours is because Volbeat had a 242. I know the Mimic trainers in the grass there are pretty good XP. I don't like fighting them, though. Alright, I better save here. This Magma Grunt right here has actually caused me resets in the past. Because of his Mighty Ena using Swagger and just not killing me. But not today. There's no such thing as saving too much in this run. Also, I know Volbeat had access to Signal Beam, but it still really struggled here. I think Volbeat would have benefited from the Oka Berry. Anyway, for this fight, spam Struggle Bug. The camera up has just special moves. Honestly, I wonder if Volbeat would have benefited from not teaching Signal Beam right away and just keeping Struggle Bug. Struggle Bug has been a surprisingly great move. Like, I remember Volbeat struggled with Flannery extremely bad. I wonder if I had chosen to hold on to it, like, would it have done better? Hey, Garfield's Moist Bones. Applin Lines in Erratic? I am not 100% sure on that, actually. Also, great username. Yeah, Volbeat definitely would have benefited from keep, but then at the same time, I don't know. Uh-oh. The point is that Volbeat is still pretty bad. Like, I think Illumise just hasn't seen its true struggle points yet. There. Oh, Pomeg Berries. I have 40 HP EVs right now. I'm actually going to use these so that way I have more room for vitamins. Hidden Power. I'm going to use this move right away. Okay, I'm going to hold on to Struggle Bug. Get rid of Power Up Punch. Since in this generation... Actually, no, I think I want Expert Belt. Since in this generation, TMs are reusable, plus all your power points get refreshed whenever you use a TM, you always want to prioritize deleting a TM move, because you can always reteach it. But you may be thinking, wait a minute, what did you mean replenish your PP? They quit doing that in Gen 5. Yeah, true. In Gen 5, teaching a TM does not replenish the PP. But in Gen 6, they actually got rid of that. So in Gen 6 onwards, teaching a TM does replenish your PP. Which is kind of fascinating. Why did I not use Hidden Power? Or no, don't use Hidden Power Ice on us. Why didn't I use Charge Beam? That was kind of a dumb move on my end. Bug Buzz. Okay, while Struggle Bug was great for lowering special attack, I don't think it's going to be useful anymore. I think the extra damage is going to be far more important. I'm still holding on to Moonlight, though, just because you never know. If only this thing had access to a good setup move. Which it kind of doesn't. Has to use Charge Beam as its setup move. Alright, as soon as I'm done with Winona, I'll go do my vitamin buy. And go gather up a ton of rare candies. Right now I'm at level 40, so here's the plan. It's grind to 41, and then candy on the odd levels. But I might end up leveling up during this fight here, so I think I'll train through level 41. Because otherwise that'll just be wasted XP. Alright, I'm gonna go around and get most of the candies. Gotta go heal up. Dang it. I was really trying to avoid her. But yeah, the plan, train through level 41, then train through level 42, then as soon as I get to 43, use one candy. Just candy on the odd levels. I better go do my vitamin buy, actually. And also, I'm gonna use my palm egg berries. I mean, losing HP can be a bad thing, but I want to gain EVs and other stats. Okay, let's see. I do not want protein. Star piece, nugget, charcoal. All right, everyone, vitamin of the day. Let's see. I can do 5 calcium, 3 carbos, 4 irons, and the rest in zinc. And also, while studying, did I? What the? Oh, did I seriously buy iron instead of calcium? Oops. That's embarrassing. Yeah, I 100%. I meant to buy calcium. And I'm like, why do I have so many irons? Oh yeah, I've been studying up, like, the difference between, like, having defense EVs and HP EVs. It was while routing out that Ditto run in Fire Red that I did a month ago. Having a mix of both is the best, but when it comes to having 0 defense but maxed out HP, or the other way around, maxed out defense and 0 HP is actually better than maxed out HP and 0 defense. But the best result is always a mix of both. Even amount of both is always the best. Yeah, that's why on, like, competitive movesets, for example, like when you look at the stats and other things. Oh no, Petalburg, that's the one I'm missing. That's why you'll see on, like, EV spreads, usually, if they give anything to defense or special defense, they always give to HP as well. It's usually not just one, unless the Pokemon already has a good HP stat. That's why I didn't mind using the palm egg berries. Alright, but yeah, that was all the rare candies at that point. So now the rest of them I'll get on my way through. Dang it, the guy caught me. Oh, Petra berries. Holy cow, there were 6 Petra berries in that tree? Dang. I'm always trying to study where more citrus berries are. Also, there's a traveling Pokemon Center lady right there. Also, I'm actually going to do the training on Route 123. If you enter Mount Pyre, you will be able to fly back. See? Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go do the training on Route 123. The trainers there are actually very good. But yeah, I need a lot of training, I'm pretty sure. Citrus berries, Lepa berries. Yeah, Wendy here has a Rhyhorn. Ouch. Why am I not using Hidden Power Ice? Yeah, did y'all see just like... Dude, I do not have many potions. Wow, didn't realize. Did y'all see like how long it took me to get from 40 to 41, or 41 to 42? Check this out right now. I'm at level 42. I gained a decent amount of XP. Yeah, the odd levels just require far more experience than the even levels, starting at level 40. I don't know why. Okay, that's as far as that goes. Alright, I'm gonna go up on the other side now. Do I want Shadow Ball? Yes, I do. I'll have to get to that at the top of Mount Pyre. Hey look, Mirror Match. That thing just used Flatter on me, how dare you? Play Rough? No. Alright, see, level 43. So I'm going to use one candy to 44 and that's it. Yeah, only train on the even levels. Oh, those are more EV reducing berries. What are those berries? Speed, defense, special defense. I don't want to lower any of those. If I can find the attack reducing berries, I would actually get those so I could get more special defense. Yeah, PP up. What does this fisherman have? A Sea King. Or one more trainer? Yeah, one more. Oh, there's two more here, actually. Another candy to 46. Oh, the wide lens. Oh, thank God, dude. I had no idea the wide lens were here. Dude, wide lens are so good when you have Charge Beam. Because it turns Charge Beam into a 99% move. And we all know how much Charge Beam loves to miss. Just ask that one guy in Flannery's gym. Okay, I think that's all the training on this route. I could do more training inside the... What's it called? Mount Pyre. Because the trainers in this game are pretty good. I think so, because as the fluctuating growth rate gets higher and higher, the amount of XP I'll need just grows. So I think I do need to do the training. Because after all, Courtney's coming up, and I don't have Struggle Bug anymore. Honestly, should I have gotten the Oka Berry? I think I should have gotten the Oka Berry. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go get the Oka Berry. Because I don't have a way to lower the opponent's special defense. Yeah, let me go get it. I don't know which of these is the Oka Berry. Berry, Roselli, Chillin, Barbary, Bulber. Sib, Hardy, Tenga, Papaya, Koba, Shuka, Kebia, Ayapa. Oh, these aren't type-producing berries. These are just, like, contest berries. Yeah, these are contest berries. Oh, lumberries are here. Oka. There's the Oka berry. May as well grab the Yacha berry, too. Just get all these. Yeah, I think the Oka berry might be needed for Courtney. This. Oh, Super Repel. Dude, I really shouldn't have done that. I mean, okay, XP, I guess. There's the Lax Incense, Ike's favorite item. Alright, head up here for Shadow Ball. What's that? Max Potion. So far, despite all the training I did, we're still doing pretty okay, I think. We know we're great, obviously. Oh, nice. I'll be able to get level 50. Okay, I'm gonna need to use an elixir. Alright, I'll need the Oka berry. Because I don't think she's going to prioritize ground-type moves. I think she's going to end up using Lava Plume. I hate you. Didn't even go for it. Oh, I forgot to use the... Oh, dang, I forgot to use the candy. You know what? Just because I forgot to use the candy, I'm not going to use a rare candy right now. I'll wait till level 51 to use the next candy. Alright, I'm going to go see if I can get some more zinc. Nice. I'm going to PP max Bug Buzz, too, while I'm at it. Alright, so right now with my EVs, I have 10 HP, 75 attack, 107 defense, 99 special attack, 92 special defense, 114 speed. My defenses are pretty good. Charge beam. I'm just gonna charge beam that Blaziken. Oh, I think that Blaziken just activated the Oka Berry. Do you know what? That was nice. Okay, so now we hit level 50. I'll wait till 51 to use the next candy. I'm gonna get rest just in case. Alright. Okay, that almost killed me. Oh, question. Wait, does, Bug Buzz hit everybody? How many citrus berries do I have? Measly 9. Although, I hate the fact that I had to waste that many. Single target? Dang. Dude, that would have been one benefit to keeping Struggle Bug. Hopefully I just get lucky and they don't use Roar. I'm not healing. I refuse to use citrus berries as healing items when I can. But yeah, Courtney's camera up here is actually very bad. It likes to use Yawn turn 1. Alright, defeating this one trainer should get me to level 51, then I'll use a candy. Yeah, I'm sure this will be of no surprise to everybody, but I am going to do all the training along the water routes. Oh, you can buy full restores at this point. Interesting. Probably not the ace trainer in the water with a pincer. That guy is freaking powerful. He likes to use Swords Dance, then X Scissor or Brick Break. I've died to him many times. Honestly, I think I'll teach Dazzling Gleam for coverage. Be better coverage than Hidden Power Ice for this point. Yeah, teach Dazzling Gleam. What's this person have? Torkoal. Good one. Protect, huh? Metacham. So, bye-bye. Is this guy named Cheese? Oh, it might have said Chase, but I could have swore it looked like Cheese. Then again, I think on this route, and on one of these routes, there's a fisherman named River. Oh, I didn't realize I'm level 53. Ah, crud. I'm just wasting XP right now. Now I'm just gonna have to wait till I get to 55. It shouldn't be a big deal. There's so many trainers. In fact... more trainers over here, I forgot. Okay, not this person. Dude. And I know there's a lot of trainers surrounding Satopolis City, too. What level did Volby need to be? 82. And you gotta remember, I was in the erratic growth rate. But you know, fun fact about the diving water in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald? You know how, like, when you go over the water and you press A, it says, like, the water is a deep blue, maybe a Pokemon could use dive? If you somehow hack yourself underwater and none of your Pokemon have dive, the game will say, there is light glittering from the surface. I wonder if a Pokemon could dive you up there. It says something like that, which is literally text you're never meant to see. Holy cow, dude. Wow. Well, blackout to a random trainer. Hey, John. When are you starting your stream? Or did you already finish? Yeah, sorry I couldn't stop by. Okay, use one candy. You start in about 30 minutes? I might be a little bit longer than that, but I'll join when I'm done. Alright, let's give Harriet some revenge. I hate this person. I don't think I saved before her either. Dude, insane. Dude, I went to her both times to get revenge, and both times I start off with a miss. There we go. Alright, you know what? Let's just give her the win. You know what? She's the champion now. I quit this challenge. I'm a loser. She's the champion now. No, I won't be done soon, no. You would just have to start by yourself. Honestly, I predict this run to take another hour. Hey, Zinc. Can I use this? Oh, do I have a Pomegg Berry? Wait, base speed. You know what? I think, could I afford to lower speed? I'm gonna use one Tomato Berry. Then use the Zinc. Hopefully that trade-off was worth it. There, now I have 100 EVs in special defense and defense. Uh-oh. I'm out of repels. Not gonna fight Pincer Guy. He's very terrifying. I'm just looking around. Also, in the original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, all of these trainers leading to Pacific Locktown were quite awful. They'd be like level 31 Goldings. Like, they were so bad. The only trainers that were good were on the water rapid routes. But in this game, like, all the water trainers are good. So that's why I'm fighting everybody. Alright, candy again. I am slowly starting to run out of candies. But I can guarantee you, if I hadn't been using... If I had just saved all my candies for the end, I'd be at a lower level than what I will be. Also, the rapid routes have like 15 trainers, 16 trainers. There's a lot of them over there. And it usually takes like 3 trips to fight them all. Also, everybody, make sure you stop by tomorrow. We'll be doing Pokemon Crystal backported with Mega Chandelure. That Pokemon, we actually think it's going to play bad. Because it's got the 175 special attack. But the problem is, since it's Generation 1, our only moves are essentially Fire-type moves, Hidden Power Dark, the Psychic TM, and Giga Drain. And the Psychic TM and Giga Drain are in the post-game. So we're not going to really have many good moves to utilize. And also, for the one after that, Ike the Killer already told us what he wants to run next. It's going to be Mega Starmie. I will say, I really hated it. I thought it was the worst looking Mega, but honestly, now that I've been looking at it a lot more, it kind of reminds me of like a buffed up alien Starman from Earthbound. And besides, I looked at its stats. Oh my god. In Legends ZA, these are its stats. 140 attack, 130 special attack, 130 speed, and like 90 in the defenses, and 60 HP. Looks like a horror movie. Honestly, that might have been what they were intentionally going for. They wanted a horror movie looking alien. But honestly, seeing just how absurd its stats are, they essentially turned it into a physical attacker. I'm honestly kind of looking forward to playing it. And also, if Mega Starmie does return into a mainline game with abilities, I think it's going to have huge power. Because Shadow Stitch told me Mega Evolutions only get 100 extra base stat points, but Mega Starmie got 140 added points. And they had to do the same thing to Mawile and Medicham because they didn't have huge power in Legends ZA because there's no abilities. That means Mega Starmie is going to have huge power. So if you take out the 40, Mega Starmie is still kind of a special attacker, but with huge power it becomes a physical attacker. Dang it, why didn't I fight that guy? $105 in the defenses. That thing looks like an absolute horror show. At least the sprite will be easy to make. Dang it. This is the tough part. This is literally what I kept doing with Illumise in Platinum. I kept forgetting to make sure I don't train on the odd levels. That is not that's not Charge Beam. Alright, I'm gonna go head towards Fisherman Ronald now. Okay, this right here is the rare candy. Ronald is down there, so I'll have to get him on the next trip. There's also some trainers in the bottom part of the map. Down here. Also, right here is Ace Trainer Warren. No relation to Cool Trainer Warren. Ace Trainer Warren is like, he's a distant cousin. In the original Hoenn games, there was a guy here named Cool Trainer Warren, but also distant cousin. He's not the same as our boy Cool Trainer Warren from Kanto. Okay, now to go fight Ronald. Ronald will be the last trainer. Oops. I will fight the trainers in Tate Liza's gym too. And honestly, I might do the ones in Wallace's gym too. I'm not even kidding. The fluctuating growth rate is just that bad. There's no one else, is there? Oh, no, there's one more trainer. Oh, okay, I think this guy is the last. I'm just gonna keep saying that. $61. Yep, that's everybody. Yep, I fought pretty much everybody on the water routes. Now I'm level 62. Okay, I'm gonna teach Shadow Ball over Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, and I'm holding on to the wide lens right now. And here's another good reason for all this training. In my Omega Ruby runs, I require myself to kill the Groudon. Honestly, Groudon might have been a better use for that Oka Berry now that I think about it. I've trained a lot in my special defense stat. I think I should be okay. Classic X and Y trainer music. Anyone in the chat who's played ZA, what do y'all think of the remix trainer music? I think it's okay, but I think the original is better. Yep, Tate and Liza, just an absolute joke. How's the run? Slow but steady. I almost thought OBS disconnected. It's been slow. I'm purposefully doing training, like a lot of training. I'm not kidding. You know how Hoenn has so many water routes? I fought almost every trainer in the water. Okay, I didn't do the trainers towards the Shoal Cave. I didn't do those guys, but that route's not that big anyway. Master of the Surf, right? Also, you know what I'm really liking about solo running the new Megas in Pokemon Crystal? Their stats are extremely good, yes, but Crystal is very over-reliant on two specific held items, Quick Claw and Leftovers. And the fact that both of those held items are going to be banned, it actually adds a challenge to Crystal. I'm not even kidding, especially for Red. Like, when I did Megas in Fire Red, like, held items aren't really required for that game, so that's why it never really felt hard. But in Crystal, they actually feel hard. Like, Mega Scolipede, like, it ended up being good. We got a great time with it, but we had to think of some clever solutions, like keeping Iron Defense. Oh, Candy. Alright, as soon as I beat Wallace, I will get Waterfall and swap my bike to the Agro Bike. And go get that Waterfall candy. Ow. Alright, Camerupt. One shot. Also, Camerupt is so slow. I've had some Pokemon get hit with two scary faces and still outspeed it. I was looking through my items in ZA, saw the Life Orb in my inventory. Really? You must have gotten it from some sort of side mission. Yeah, I haven't played the post-game yet. I haven't really played the game for a few days. You haven't beat it yet. I'm at rank C. That's fine. I won't spoil anything. My rule is, when it comes to talking about the new game, I think the perfect amount of waiting time is probably like 4 months. I think once a game's been out for 4 months, I feel like it's okay. Because that should be plenty of time, like, even for people who haven't gotten the game yet. Why am I diving? Yeah, trust me, Area 91. I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid or an ass. Well, I'm an asshole, but I'm not cruel. Mega camera. Well, yeah, Salamence, here's the thing. Starting in Generation 6, Mega Pokemon, when they Mega Evolve, they keep their original speed stat for that one turn. So when Mega Camerupt Mega Evolved that one turn, it still had Camerupt's original speed. They fixed that in Gen 7. Is Camerupt faster than Mega Camerupt? I, unfortunately, was not spoiler-free. The only things I really got spoiled about were some of the new Mega forms. And, believe it or not, like, one of the side characters who I know for a fact you've already met, I ended up getting partially spoiled about his origin story by AI. I'm not even kidding. I was, like, I was, like, looking up a specific character on Google, and Google's little AI thing literally did a little spoiler. And I'm like, seriously? It wasn't a major spoiler, it was like a minor thing. But still. Okay. I think Citrus Berry might be the best bet. Alright. The plan here... Let's see. Groudon regular resists Bug, so Bug Buzz would be my best move. But Shadow Ball has the chance to lower special defense, so I think turn 1 Shadow Ball... No, just spam Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz also has that chance. Wow, that did so much. Wow. All the new Megas have been real surprises. Oh, really? You didn't even look up what Mega forms would be in the game? You didn't get spoiled by Mega Scolipede. No, you're rank C. You had to have seen Mega Chandelure by now. And Mega Scolipede. You had to have seen them. Yeah, and then the week after we're doing Mega Starmie. I think you're at the point where you would have seen it, or it might be after, but I won't name any more Megas. I just don't remember where the Mega Starmie fight is. If it's during rank C or rank B, I don't remember. Oh, you've seen it? I actually like it. I will say, I still think it has an awful design, but the more I look at it, I think it kind of makes sense for Starmie. Oops. I think it makes sense for Starmie because it turns it into like a buff physical attacking alien monster. I mean, the design looks very unoriginal, but when you look at its stats, the thing is very, very fast. It has very high attack and very high special attack. The thing just turns into a tank. Like, it turns into like an alien god, essentially. Like, the thing literally has the stats of a legendary. Kind of like with Mega Chandelure, when I realized it has 175 special attack. Dang it. It's like it's a person thing with the star being a backpack now. I don't think that's the right word for it. But I get what you're saying. And honestly, its new Mega form is just laughable. Kind of in a good way, actually. I mean, if you saw Mega Starmie in real life, like, I think once you actually do its rogue Mega fight, you actually start to appreciate it once you see how it attacks. Oh, dang, I'm gonna have some wasted XP. Oh well, I just want candy for 65. Mayonnaise is an instrument. No, I think it's gonna use horseradish. Alright, I'm gonna go to Mauville and swap bikes and go get the Route 119 candy. Dude, this bike feels so much slower. Seriously? I wasn't even trying to sneak up to you. Hey, Area 91, I'll spoil the ending. It takes place in Lumio City. I'm kidding, I won't joke about that. Alright, now this candy. Alright, those are the remaining 2 candies. I think with the exception of Shoal Cave, that's all the candies. I'm swapping bikes. You know what? I'm actually going to go look inside Shoal Cave. I don't know if I'm at the... I actually don't know if I'm at high tide or low tide right now. That's low tide. Never mind. Are you telling me I won't go to Southern Call see the inside of the power plant? Dude, I still get upset that X and Y had so many unused areas of that power plant. Like, you only go into one door. And, like, there's, like, 4 other doors that you can't unlock. Insane. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and heal at the center for PP reasons, because I am gonna fight all the trainers in Victory Road, too. I better save, though. This guy has a Rhyperior. I was assumed it was supposed to be the Volcanion event. Really? Interesting. Like right now in my Discord server, I made a section called Game Spoilers, where we'll have all the ZA talk. Uh-oh. You know what? It's not the first time that has happened. Alright, I killed the... Alright, have this kill me. That is not the first time that trainer has killed me. Darmanitan is no freaking joke. I'm out of max repels. Alright, I'll just have to go through this. I'll just buy repels at the league. Hey, game dev. Dratini was such a pain to catch. I don't know where Dratini is in that game. I've seen videos of people trying to shiny hunt it, and apparently it's on top of a building. Oh my god. Okay, I am really hating soundproof now. Alright, Area 91. I know for a fact you did fight Mega Barbarical. Did you black out? That was my very first blackout in my casual run. My second blackout, I think, was on Mega... Some other Mega. On top of the restaurant in Lena. I don't know. Well, as soon as I was finished with the post-game stuff, I was gonna start working on my living decks. No, I beat him. I got the shiny Drek. Oh, come on. Why does everyone get shinies but me? Seriously, why? Why does everyone get shinies but me? I have a coworker who, in another department at my store, like, he's at the part where he met the mysterious person, and, he somehow have found 7 shinies. You also nabbed an Alpha one and a non-shiny. Area 91, come on. You're not being cool. If you keep bragging about how many more shinies you have than me, I'll spoil the game. No, I won't, but... Come on. You're making me look like I'm unlucky. I'm totally not an unlucky person, right? You guys believe me. Thankfully, that Magneton doesn't just spam like Thunderwave. Okay. I'm gonna go back into the wild really quick and grind to 67 so I can start the league at 68. I care more about the alphas. I don't really care about the alphas. I was never really a fan of alphas in the original games. They were scary in the early game, but then after that, it's like... Eh. Oh yeah, I do like how they brought back the shiny sparkle sound from Legends Arceus, but at the same time, I am very irritated by Game Freak that they did not keep that in Scarlet and Violet. Shiny Grass Monkey. You know, Area 91, there's someone in my Discord who is a huge simp for, Simmies here. Game dev, from what I've heard, the alphas only tend to have better HP. I don't think anything else is different. That's just what I've heard. Still have the citrus berry equipped. Okay, I may want expert belt for this. Because I don't have access to taunt, I need to one-shot that Dusclops. So I think expert belt might be the way to go. Alright, Area 91, that's it. I'm gonna spoil it. Takes place at nighttime. Dude, I'm like, what? Dude, I'm like 33 XP from a level up. That is so unfair. Dang light screen. Oh, dude, stop it. Okay, that was stupid. That was just stupid. Alright, light screen's gone. Alright, time for hidden power. So long, Shadow Ball. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I need any charge beam setups. I still have the expert belt too. Alright. I'm gonna equip a Pecha Berry. And, there's something I wanted. Lepa Berry. Oh, level 69. Dude, I would use a rare candy there, but I'm so close to a level up. I can't use it. I just gotta hold on to it. Annoying. Alright, I have the Pecha Berry, Charge Beam, Spikes. Use a Charge Beam just to break the sturdy. That hurts so bad. Alright, so it will hit the Claydol for neutral. Or not Claydol, the Metagross for neutral. Hopefully it's enough. It is. Okay, based on look... Actually, I think Illumise is going to completely destroy Volbeat. I don't know how. Legitimately, I don't know how. Volbeat has a time of 2:42 with 38 resets. And most of the resets, to my knowledge, were on Flannery. Did my problems at Flannery just cause that much time loss? It must have, actually. Because Illumise first tried because I actually held on to Struggle Bug. Alright, break time. I'm going to bring up this moveset, actually. Volbeat. Oh. Volbeat doesn't get Struggle Bug. That might have been the difference between these two. Illumise might actually get a... Oh no, it's gonna get a better run. Literally all because of Struggle Bug. I could use it on the fire types, not only to do damage with Tinted Lens boosted damage, but also lower their special attack. That is incredible. That is not something I was expecting. That is incredible. There is a TM76 for Struggle Bug. Where is it? Slateport, $5,000. Okay. I did not know Struggle Bug was a TM there. I didn't think it was going to be good. But honestly, if Volbeat did get it, it would have... Like, I remember the Flannery area took me like 20 minutes of trial and error. I still think in the end, though, Illumise will end up just doing slightly better just because fluctuating the early game helps out. But if Volbeat got a second run, which I do not plan on giving it a second run, that Pokemon is awful. If I had got it, the TM for Struggle Bug for Flannery, it would have saved a lot of time. Plus with all the camera ups too. But at the same time, I don't know if it would be enough. Because the growth rate is still bad. Erratic is not a good growth rate for Hoenn. I mean, yes, it helped it in the later parts of the game, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, I'm level 70, which if I was in the erratic group, it'd be higher. But honestly, level 70 versus like level 80, there's like no difference between that. Yeah, and my final moveset for Zinnia and Steven, or no, Zinnia and Wallace, it's essentially just Hidden Power Ice is needed for... Hidden Power Ice is needed for Zinnia. Or no, honestly, no. Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam is far better. It doesn't deal quad damage to the Altaria or the Noivern, but I think it should be fine. I can use like one Charge Beam for Gudra. I don't think I'd need Rest either. Alright, now for the Delta episode. Nice hearing the Johto Gym Leader theme when next week is Heart Gold Week. I didn't buy repels, did I? No, I did not. I think I still have one escape rope. Ow. No, oh yeah, I do, just one. Hold on really quick. I'm gonna save the game and do a manual reset. For some reason, when I get to the credits in the Delta episode, PokeLink stops working. Right, Meteor Falls is next. I didn't buy repels again. What makes this even more annoying is I don't have another escape rope either. Like, I am just burning time right now. Okay, go get some repels. I just realized I'm still holding the Pechaberry. Also, coming up next is probably my favorite Magma Grunt. This guy's wheezing only spams Destiny Bond for the first 5 turns. Oh my god. Oh man, I did not. Oh, I meant to go for Moonlight. I did not mean to do that. Oh man. That is embarrassing. You know what? You guys saw nothing. Totally never happened. No, you're just making stuff up. Totally didn't happen. Alright, since I don't have a multi-strike move right now, I am going to have to deposit my Pokemon. I used to have an alternate strat where I would deposit everything, and then as soon as I was done with the tower, or as soon as I was done with the space center, what I would do, instead of like heading back to the center right away, I would actually use the Eon Flute to soar over to Lily Cove, then enter the center, but with 4 times speed controls, it ends up being slower, so sadly, that strat's not any good. It's a shame, though. I think that thing just used Yawn. Oh, it used Yawn on, Skarmory. Destiny Bond. No, you don't. Yeah, Destiny Bond, then Explosion. Classic. But yeah, using the Eon Flute just isn't faster. You're better off just walking back. I'll need to get the Master Ball for the Rayquaza. Actually, I wonder if it would have been faster to go to the boat pier and just use that teleporter. I wonder. Anyway, at this current rate I'm going, it looks like this thing should clock in with a time of about 2:27. Yeah, sub 2:30 is definitely possible with this thing. Alright, so since the only trainer battle before Zinnia left, where I want to use the remainder of my candies, is Wallace, if I use a candy to go from 73 to 74, I don't think I'm going to have enough experience. But honestly, Wallace is not going to give me enough anyway. I think I should just use all my candies before Wallace. Yeah, just use them. Alright, 75. And also, the fact that his Wailord doesn't look like it doesn't look like it has a water spout anymore like it did in his Emerald team, it actually makes his Wailord a lot worse. It'd be way scarier to set up on if it did. Alright, more dialogue. Man, I'm always getting wild encounters. Oh, it'll be interesting when we backport Mega Rayquaza to Pokemon Crystal. It'll be the only Mega we'll be allowed to give held items. That thing's gonna be broken as hell. Okay, so... Full Restore... I'm gonna give it a Citrus Berry, I think. Yeah, this thing's probably gonna get 225x. Switch to Zigzagoon. Alright, I think I just need one special attack boost. And I think that's all I want. One more. I think +3 should be enough. I should outspeed the Noivern. I do. Okay. Two 25-15, 10 resets and 4 blackouts. At level 75. This actually outperformed my expectations. I think just because of the fact it has Struggle Bug is really good. But I will say though, for Volbeat, I had no idea the TM for Struggle Bug was at the Slateport mark. If Volbeat had access to that, I think it would have saved all that time. But the question is, could Volbeat have saved enough time to beat Illumise? Honestly, I don't know. Because all that training in the water, Volbeat had to do that anyway. But the fluctuating growth rate really helped Illumise in the early game. I just had to use the rare candies at weird spots. But, I don't know. There's essentially 17 minutes splitting these two, with Illumise in the lead. Could Volbeat save 17 minutes? Kinda doubt it, even with Struggle Bug. Because the problem is, you end up having to do Tail Glow setups. The problem is, like, for a lot of fights, you just end up becoming over-reliant on it. Plus, Bug Buzz is way better of a move than Signal Beam was. Alright, game time. 922. Let's see, level 75, 10 resets. Real time of 2 hours, 25 minutes, 15 seconds. Alright, everybody, so if we take a look at the leaderboard here, you can see, non-YouTube members or people who weren't in my Discord at the time I did these runs, I have done re-ranks with Sableye and Mawile. These are their new times. 6 resets and 4 resets respectively. When I was trying to re-rank these, I had to do each one twice. So Mawile, its re-rank attempt, I gave up at Steven, then its real one got this time. Sableye, I did a re-rank, which ended up being playthrough number 3, but it ended up being slower, so I did a 4th one. Anyway, Illumise is right here in 7th place. It did better than Seviper. Honestly, that makes sense. Seviper really doesn't have much going for it. Plus, I think Seviper is in the fluctuating growth rate as well, which doesn't really help it. Doduo it's a first stage bird. I mean, Ammonite's pretty good because of Shell Smash, but honestly, any of these could deserve re-ranks at some point. But I only do 1 or 2 re-ranks a week in my Discord server anyway. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be tomorrow, where we will be doing Pokemon Crystal with Mega Chandelure. I will see you all later.